right. So I'm very excited once again with the What's Next series. And I have two incredible guests. I was thinking about how to do the intro. Y'all came in, like they made a song about you guys when you came in. Miley Cyrus did it. You came in like a wrecking ball. So you haven't been here long. Dyné and Tommy, welcome. Let's go ahead and give yourselves ladies first, a little intro about yourself and the role. And, if you want to say it, I'll say it first. Award-winning, trophy-holding 2005 members of the Next Team. Hello, Dyné.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm excited. I've been with CGI and Hello Nation for 3 years now, and time flies when you're having fun, and I've had the opportunity to step into a leadership role, and now I'm a director of client managers, which is crazy.
Did you think it would be that quick?
No, not at all.
Well, we're going to get to why, but
Yeah.
let's quickly meet Tommy, who, you came in like a rat.
My name's Tommy. I've been here for a little bit over 7 years now. I worked as, at the time, an account associate, worked my way up, took the opportunities to really dial in when COVID was happening, and joined our ReviewTube division, did AE position for a while, and then just seek the opportunities of the director role for the AE position. So that's been going great. It's very liberating to be challenged every single day, and we're having a lot of fun at the same time. So
I don't actually think that you seeked the role. And I'm going to say it this way because, like, Bob used to talk about it, that you were the rabbit. Like, you went out in front and you ran and got to the point where it was that the hand was forced that you had to become the director. Probably a very similar thing where it was like, well, like, we'd be doing the team a disservice not giving it. What is it in you that does that? Like, what was it that did it? Why? What's your why? What drives you?
to be honest with you, I like to learn and I like to talk. I think a lot of people get caught up in like I'm having a meeting. This is a business conversation. And I'll go into a client meeting and be like, dude, how you doing? How's your son? How was the sporting event that you talked about? Like, I just remember everything because I literally want to have a conversation with them. And when we talk, we start to learn about each other. And I'm not like, we have a proper process, like talk about growth, talk about goals. I talk about them naturally because I want to literally learn everything about them. And that's helped me quite a ways because it's developed trust. It makes me like what I'm doing and like what I'm talking about. The only thing that I hate is the days go by a little bit too fast sometimes. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just had 9 meetings in a row. I learned all these things, but it's already 5 o'clock. Like, what the heck?
Wait until the years start going by that quick.
They kind of are a little bit. Like, I've been married for almost 3 weeks now, and I felt like I just had it happen yesterday. So,
well, we missed you for 2 weeks.
Thank you. The biggest thing is if you can just get into conversation and learn and go into that narrative versus like, I'm having this conversation because I'm being paid to have it and I need to ask these questions so that way I can try to sell them, blah, blah, blah. And I don't think a lot of people do that. But at the end of the day, if you do the things you love, if you're literally just talking to learn, but also have a conversation with a person versus a client, as long as you're keeping it professional, that's what's really set me apart. And then the conversations kept falling into strategies and goals. And then I started believing in the things that I was pitching and strategizing because they were working, right? Like I had one client go from $900,000 in 3 years to $3 million. Windridge Perennials, they're in Zeeland, Michigan. When I started with them, they also were only an $800 client. Now they're $32,000 DME with Hello Nation.
Goodness gracious.
It's because we talk, I listen, trust is there, we're building. And he is the landscaping and nursery expert in Zeeland.
That little bit of I like, we have a lot of clients. We've actually done a bunch together. So I can't wait to hear those. Right. So, but I'm coming to today. What is your why? Like, what drives you? I loved this last Monday. You were on the panel, right? And the way that you saw a challenge and tackled it, like, what is your why?
I think I'm a lot different than many other of our employees here, I am not an extrovert. I don't say much unless I feel like I have something to say and I want it to be impactful. However, I think what drives me, I know what drives me is I want to help people. And it's recognizing that it's bigger than ourselves. It's bigger than the company. I look at our clients and I recognize that these are business owners and the pressure that must be on their shoulders to make a payroll, to build a legacy for their family, oftentimes an inheritance for their children, their grandchildren, and their lineage in some cases. It's so much bigger than a website, so much bigger to them than a Google business profile. It's their future, it's their livelihood. And then they look at their employees and they recognize they're also taking care of their families, their loved ones, their households. And if they're not making their own payroll, I can only imagine not only that pressure, but the hats that they wear as well. And so I do what I do for them. I do to help them and to make a difference in their own businesses and lives.
I also don't think you're an introvert. Like the little bit of that I've gotten to know. I mean, wildly impactful statements, but I don't get that, especially what I learned at the summer party.
Dude, she's literally the best pickleball player I've ever played. She kills it in kickball. I literally lost every single time.
I'm competitive. That oftentimes does override my shyness.
Really? So,
Yeah.
Okay, we heard about pickleball and kickball. What were your thing, or are you competitive in everything?
It could be anything. We could be playing Uno, Tim, and I'm going to destroy you. And if I don't destroy you,
keeping the draw 4 for back to back to back. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm very competitive. So oftentimes that is a driver and that is a force behind my day to day.
I do think I do think a competitive edge, right, is so important for anything. Like I don't know. I like the fact a challenge, right? Wait, you don't think I can do this? Good luck. Okay. Like that's a big one for me. So now I think of that too, because a big part of, we spend a lot here. You talked about how quick things go. And I think of a funny story with you, Tommy, is we do ski club together and you go, man, I just want my own story. I want stories from here. And I think that a big part of that is how your outside life is a part of the life here. I think you know where I'm going with this one from what I learned with you. But what is a passion outside of work that helps feed what you do here with it?
Honestly, I would say it's kind of a two-prong answer, but definitely skiing. Ski club, like, I'm big into skiing. I've made it a mission that no matter what happens in my life, whether I have a lot of kids, no kids, I'm poor, wealthy, whatever, like that's going to be something I do until I die. It's a
By
great
the way,
sport.
you get your kids involved.
I know, and then you're doing it all the time. What I find is that a lot of people like to ski. It's a good talking point, because everybody's like, oh, golf. I love golf, by the way, but skiing is just so invigorating. It helps me take a break, right? So I might have a good day at work or a bad day or stressful day or whatever. And if I can just get out there and just take a deep breath, reset, it actually helps my tomorrow. That's why I try to go often.
Hang on. I believe that. I very much believe that. I know that we haven't said it as much now as we used to, but it very much was work hard, play hard. Like I'm a firm believer in it because when it's go time, get out of my way. But when it's time to play, I'm going to play because I think that it helps with it. So same thing. Like what is your outside passions that help feed your competitive edge even in here? And it doesn't have to be competitive edge, but your passions.
I love being active. So oftentimes it will correlate to doing some type of physical activity, whether it's a walk, whether it's pickleball, whether it's going to kickball with our kickball team here at Hello Nation. And there's a joy that brings that helps you continue on, I believe, day to day.
I couldn't agree more.
How much pickleball do you actually play?
Yeah,
do you play this often?
I just started back. I actually took a break from pickleball from October to March, and we're getting back into the swing of things.
What? Pun intended. Why did you take a break?
I don't know. I think it was there is a culture that goes with the pickleball community, and I did take a little bit of a break. But that's also around the same time that I started getting into other hobbies. I got a motorcycle in October. So
I didn't know it was that recent.
It was. So when I saw nice weather, I didn't want to be on the court. I wanted to be on my bike.
I love it. How many miles a week do you think you put on?
Not too much.
Okay.
I ride local.
Yep.
I do it more for the freedom of it. I believe it shows you how fragile life is in the sense of you're exposed on a bike and there's little protection. And there's something about when you're on a bike and you feel the wind going through you that's just liberating.
Yeah, I'm scared to do it because I don't trust the other drivers on the road.
I was scared. I wanted a bike for 3 years, and I owe it to Tom, our president here, for having Mojo and investing into our team. It's because of Mojo that I bought my motorcycle.
Okay, go into that. What do you mean, Mojo? What is this thing that Tom did?
He took us through a course about the power of our minds and the ability to step aside the fear that we have or being crippled by other people's opinions. And I was so fearful about what people would think. I don't look like a girl that has a motorcycle.
I think it's badass. What are you talking about? What?
And my brother's a fireman, so I watched the impact of what bike accidents do to him mentally and the impact that has on his life or his outlook at even motorcycles in general. And I put that aside. It's something that I wanted to do, and I put that fear aside, and I did it.
What next provides clients, I think, is unbelievable, right? We hear time and again amazing stories. 5-year, 10-year, 15-year long clients that have been with us and trusted us. So we heard one from Tommy. What is your favorite story with a client and why? What was it that either you heard or you saw that we did? And I say we, it's a team.
I'll do a different story. A newer client of ours called Bounce and More down in Texas, been with us under a year. It's a bounce house business. They do a lot of rentals, entertainment for parties and conventions, you name it, they do it. He told me a couple weeks ago that he's 30% up. What took me back was being able to position individuals who are truly the experts in their industry within their communities, watching them become a national author, but also their willingness to showcase that at no cost. They're not selling anything. They're simply educating and giving guidance for things that are happening in each and every single home. Every home experiences a birthday party. So it's so impactful to hear that, but it's also the why we do what we do, why we have to continue to educate ourselves as well.
So seeing a lot, I think that this is the most impactful offering, Hello Nation, of anything I've ever seen. What a client gets now and the impact it makes. It's turned everything that I've known completely upside down. Because I'm like, no, don't say your name. Just be an expert and educate them. So when you tell a client that, when we did it 18 months ago, Bob goes, go do it. I remember being like, kind of seems crazy, but you know what? I've been here long enough. Bob, I trust you. I'm going to try it. And it was like an overnight whoa that happened. What was it like when you told clients for the first time, this is what we're going to do? And you said it, they trust you. So what was it like?
Well, I'm going to give this answer a little shout out to Josh Spencer too, because him and I have been saying this to clients for a little while now. So AI is 18 months ago, it wasn't really well known, right? You were seeing things pop up. I mean, I would ask people, name some AI systems. And they'd say, well, Siri. I was like, okay, maybe. They would say ChatGPT. And I have clients in their 70s and they're like, Grok, Copilot, Perplexity. I'm like, how do you know these things? They're like, well, I see things, I pay attention, I'm trying things out. It's there's a big change. But to come back to your question, so We were just talking to a client about this yesterday. How old do you think AI is right now? Like, in your mind, how many years can you remember of hearing the term ChatGPT or Gemini or any of these?
Okay, truly embrace. So I'm going to have a different answer, maybe, but maybe this is what you want. I think about 3 years, right, will be it. But I believe that AI has been impacting us way longer than people realize it has, like by writing an email and it auto fills in or autocorrect or little things like that.
Yep. Stick with the 3 years because that's actually perfect. So you're right.
I know. No.
So right now, AI is an infant. It's 3. It doesn't know anything. It's making mistakes. It's trying to run around. It's running into walls. It's throwing up. It's doing all toddler things. It is our job, us as humans in society, to parent, to train, to educate, to teach these AI systems. And if you don't teach it, it's going to run wild. Do you want to be the influencer that leads to the success that AI creates in our society, in your industry, in your local community? Or do you want it to just be a little brat kid 10 years from now?
Did I get wait. This is what you're telling clients, and they go,
yeah.
You got to be kidding.
Just told a client, he goes, oh my gosh, I want it. And then he bought it.
I mean, that makes complete sense because it's completely changed. So how scary was it in the beginning for a lot of your clients? Because they're like, my SEO's down or this. It's like, well, it's not. It still plays a part in it. But tell us more about the zero click, the impact that we're making with that.
When there's a lot of change, it often brings a lot of fear. And with the change of AI, it's inevitable to see a decrease in your clicks. It is quite literally the definition of how AI is changing the game. We have to take into consideration also society's behavior. I believe our attention span is that of a goldfish. AI is...
Wait until y'all have kids. It's the scariest thing.
AI is quite literally spoon feeding our generations from the 70-year-olds to our children in grade school. As they continue to be spoon fed, the need to click into websites is no longer. However, it does bring opportunity that people can continue to run towards and embrace. And if you embrace it, you no longer have to play catch up. And that's what's different about Hello Nation. It's putting you ahead of that curve.
Our buddy Kevin has an incredible example of it, right? So his son plays hockey, and he goes, my son is in a shot challenge to do 10,000 shots. First one to get 10,000 wins. So the first day, he got out there and ripped 300 shots, right, on the net. Boom. And after that, he would just watch the thing. And as soon as he saw Joey go or Brian go, and Brian got, 200 shots in, he did another 200, and he was always staying ahead. And when he did this reference of like, that is what we're doing with Hello Nation, is we're putting you ahead. All you got to do is maintain because you're in the lead. Like I loved how you said, look you're teaching that infant. You're the teacher. Like, man, we're combining a lot of different things here.
I mean, have you ever heard of the statement, it takes a village? It takes a community of people that care, that want to do a good deed to raise an entity to become good in society. And that entity is LLMs, AI. I mean, I fully believe like there is a lot of good that comes from this if you teach it to be good. If you educate it and give it good information, it can really produce something wonderful. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be really good. I think a lot of people that are worried about AI, is my job secure? And I heard this from Jim Podonowski, actually. He said, and I quote, you're not going to lose your job to AI or have to worry about losing your job to AI. You're going to get replaced by those that are utilizing AI.
I will say that I believe that we, and I know that you're a big part of it too, listening to the conversation on Monday, have embraced AI, not just with, the Hello Nation, but in how we're able to do our daily jobs here. And my favorite used to be like, AI is not a replacement, it's a superpower, right? It literally gives you the superpower to do more, to do it quickly, to be efficient, and it's learning with it. What is it that you brought to the team, right? You saw a problem, You said, all right, let me do it. What is it that you brought to them that made the impact that it did?
I believe impact is often associated with increasing efficiency and increasing someone's bandwidth. Those two things give you more time, which is something no one can buy. Therefore, the CSS team, which is our client support specialist team, that's the answer that brought, was allowing our clients to have more time with their team face to face, where you have that familiar face joining your social media content meetings. You have a familiar face in your website discovery meetings. You have a familiar face in your production meeting, looking over the content and the articles as you continue to move forward.
It's a lot of articles.
Yes.
It is mind-blowing to think, right? When I did the thing with Kevin and Brandon, to think that it's a firework going out. Because I loved that as well, right? We're stacking products. Boom, it's a firework going off. And it's the amount of reach for our clients is unbelievable. What do you think is our differentiator?
Outside of the obvious, which is the opportunity to be an expert and educate your community, and the authority that Hello Nation brings due to the partnerships that we have with the philanthropy and good news spreading. I believe the thing that differentiates us is the saturation of our product. 100%. Not only do you have an opportunity to have citations populate, in some cases 2, 3, 4 in one question, you also have the opportunity to have citations or URLs for your Facebook page, your LinkedIn profile. Now we have a Google Business Profile automation where you're receiving weekly posts on your Google page. It's the little things, Tim. It's the little thing.
I think so too, but that's where I was saying the amount that a client gets now is unbelievable from back to where it was in the, eLocal link and just the next day to what they get now. 52 posts a year, a new post a month about what they do, individualized for them.
What we've built, I have almost a pride about.
Oh, yeah, are you kidding?
It's given you look at Hello Nation and it makes you want to stand taller. It makes you want to put your shoulders back. What we're doing is not happenstance. It's through a team that's been behind this. It's through brilliant minds and innovation, educating our own selves so that we are the experts in marketing. And we can have a pride about that because there's a confidence in what we deliver, the results that we're showcasing, but also the impact that we have on these communities.
I do love that we've never stayed stagnant either. Like I've always loved that. But I think so many of us go, holy cow, that's why this isn't the what next, it's the what's now. Like this is right now. We're at the forefront. So what do you think makes us different?
I think that we're always one step ahead. Like I know we're in the what's now, but our mentality is the process of what leads from one thing to another. For example, how I found out about social media being impactful with AI and LLMs, like organic posting, was from work before Google even said anything. And now we're integrating social sharing for the weekly articles from the expert site to Facebook. And all I do when I tell clients is I just say, hey, let's just Google it. Is social media posting important for AEO? And then every single time it's like, social media posting is critical. The word critical. I almost feel like something's going on. There's some phenomenon where like I'm learning from work before anybody else knows about it. And then the internet's adapting to us.
Got the chills again. That's what I felt too. Like we are, I'm not joking. I think that we are actually playing an impact to, we're teaching the system because we're doing it right. But again, I'm saying we're doing it the right way. Right. And it's awesome to feel. So we're getting closer to it. What is one thing that you would want, or many things, if you had the elevator pitch, what is one thing that you'd want every client to know, whether we have them as a client or a potential client, what is one thing you'd want them to know?
I would want them to know that Hello Nation CGI cares about the results that we provide. There's a reason why it's in our blood that we've always been community focused, from the various divisions that have come and gone to the evolutions all the way from Snap Nation to eLocalLink to such forth and so on. Like, when you partner with us, you're partnering with a company that cares about people and cares about communities. And so I don't want to use the word take a chance on us. Trust us. Trust us like the communities have trusted us. Trust us like Google has trusted us. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But if you want to reveal yourself as that expert and you know that you're doing the right thing, let us help navigate that path for you.
Damn, I love that. And I like that one of the things I watch on Instagram is like an Elon Musk and as Bob likes to call him, Stephen Jobs. I asked you the question and you did this. You took a few seconds to answer. Love that, man. Well done. Now we gave you time to think. If you want to pretend to do the think, you can do that too. But what is one thing you'd want?
Change is inevitable. Just as they've seen it in their own businesses. And you look at how the world continues to change. You have to change with it. There is no pushing back, or you will be left behind.
I couldn't agree more. I love it. Is there anything more that we want to tell the people?
Well, I want to come back to this pickleball thing for a quick second. I'm being honest. I got like 3 minutes. Wait, do you just really want to beat her? You're really upset she beat you, huh? So it's like my parents got super into pickleball, like really, really into
Tell them
pickleball.
to stretch out. We don't need an Achilles heel.
So
injury.
they do stretch, but my dad's like 65 now. So every time I go home, we always end up playing and it's fun. I mean, I like it, but my dad is getting to an age where he's like strapping himself in like he's going into like a car or something. He's strapping his legs and this and his arms and he's wearing like the tourniquets and like the compression arms, and he literally has this entire body. He's wearing glasses and all of this. And I told my parents that Bailey, my wife, was getting really into pickleball, so they believed it. And for our wedding present, my parents bought her like a $300 pickleball paddle. She goes, "What the hell is this?" I was like, "You love pickleball." So I don't know. I'm ready to get a little bit of a part 2 here with my $300 pickleball paddle that's really now mine.
Oh boy. So the way it sounds right here, I got it. Right? If you don't know this, Terrence Dawson.
Incredible.
We played. He was killing Frank and I.
Okay. And so a really funny story is Andrea, it was with Terrence and Wegmans. And there's this and she goes, "Tim, this guy was old. Like he looked feeble and he's old. Walking in Wegmans, and Terrence is this 7-foot former NFL player dude. And he's like, "Hey, Terrence, how are you?" And Andrea's like, okay, thinking nothing of it, turns another aisle. And it's like, "Hey, Terrence," another like old. She goes, "Okay, what is going on?" She's like, "Yeah, those are my pickleball buddies." And it's like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, I've never beat him once." So I think that it's you, Terrence, Chase, Dyné. We may have to have like a round robin tournament. Well, I'm going to say it again. I hope they get fun. Thank you for taking the time with this. The amount of information is unbelievable. Like, thank you. So from all of us here at Hello Nation, this is the What's Next. Although I like to say it's the What Now series. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching Hello Nation.